He's back. Lou's back behind the mic, and not a moment too soon. Who else will stand up to the elites in Washington? Who else will speak up for the American middle class? Who else will give it to you straight and honest? Not the national liberal lamestream media. And now, the man who started the independent movement, Lou Dobbs.
Great to have you with us. It is great to be back broadcasting with the smartest, best audience in all of broadcasting. It is absolutely spectacular. A beautiful day in New York. My wife and I spent a couple of weeks, almost a couple of weeks in Europe. And I have to tell you, if you think we've got problems in this country, well, first you would be right. But to watch what is happening in this country from across the Atlantic and to look back upon this great nation and to watch how it's being covered in European media, my God, it's like we look like a nation of fools over there. I admit their media is just a little biased too, but my God, it just doesn't get any better with distance, let me tell you. It is extraordinary. And I talk with some of the Europeans in Switzerland, or whether it's France, or whether it's Rome. They are concerned about their economies, but they have a certain what would it be, a deference to the Americans when it comes to to deciding which government is the most ineffective, the most pitiful, and they almost look at us. I don't know what would be the comparison. They look at us as if we were someone to be, well, sort of patted on the head right now. The bluster that used to be, the American image in Europe just isn't there. I mean, I'm talking to taxi drivers who are saying to me, I'm sorry you've got so many problems. And I want to say to them, no. You people are the ones with the socialist state that is collapsing. You have no idea of what is happening. And then I, being a good guest, don't. And I just listen and I think, oh my God, they really do get it. And the number of people with whom I spoke who really said, they were obviously enthusiastic in 2008 about the prospects for the country. They put their, if you will forgive the word, hopes in Barack Obama. They bought into the program, as did millions of Americans, and they can't believe what they are witnessing. They can't even begin to imagine it. Now, I'm one of those guys who will be, a good guest, no matter where I am. It hurts. It takes a lot of willpower, and my wife's sort of kicking me in the shin, but I'm a good guest. But I wanted to point out, BP is not an American company. If everybody's so smart over here, why don't you guys fix it? And then I think, no, that would be a real cop-out. Because we're supposed to be the most technologically advanced country in the world. We got a president walking around talking about kicking somebody's ass. Do you know how laughable? First of all, it's laughable here, right? But to hear this kind of nonsense spewing from the... You remember when Washington used to be the capital of the free world? Well, no. Actually, Joe Biden, Vice President Biden, changed that. He wants it to be Brussels. They've got better bureaucrats. They got more little nonprofit organizations, NATO and that sort of thing, the European Union. And so they get to be the capital of the free world. There was a time, though, that would have been a remark that every columnist in the country would have laughed Biden out of the vice presidency. Do you notice the quiet that descends when one of these fools in this administration makes let's use an Obama word, makes an ass of himself, and you don't hear anything? If this were the Bush administration, there would be choruses singing. There would be bright lights shining up all over Washington, D.C. as they celebrated the stupidity of any one member of that administration. But this, no, it's a pass. It's a rationalization. It is, as I said at the outset, pitiful. Pitiful.